I am in Montana. I'm out of my element. It's a lot warmer than it is in Minnesota. We're gonna be checking out a brand new UTV that Honda is coming out with. The Pioneer 1000-6. I have no clue what the upgrades are, what they've changed from the typical Honda UTVs, but we're gonna be checking it out with a whole bunch of other content creators. I'm gonna jump in here real quick because if you guys are really thirsting for a lot of knowledge on this Honda UTV, I'm gonna recommend a few different places that you can go to check it out. One of them is my buddy Josh, the Stony Ridge Farmer. He's got an entire video coming out on this. Cody Wrangler Star, he's got a video coming out on this. Dave from Guns and Tactics, also Joe from Kapper Outdoors, and we're gonna be meeting quite a few other people, but let's jump back into this event and giving it a test run, and I'm gonna be bringing you guys along with for a behind the scenes tour. So let's just check out where we are right now, you guys. All right guys, this is the first looks that I've seen of this. I don't know anything about it.
The ranch is like it's a working ranch, but it has all kinds of like fun side-by-side trails. So it's really nice.
What are we doing tomorrow then?
Well, basically going to a bull run ranch. Okay. So it's a working cattle ranch, but at the same time they do a lot of like fun side-by-side rides out of there too. So it kind of strafes up into the hills and into this valley, and it's a really cool place. It's got a lot of variety.
And we're going to be able to actually give this a test run tomorrow.
Everybody's going to get out and ride. So yeah, that's the goal. Everybody, we'll be able to switch around so you get experience, each position. I mean, you sit in the back seat, it's like, a couch almost.
You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Colin Miller with the Honda Power Sports Communications Department.
And we've got Joe from Kapper Outdoors.
Yeah, you remembered Stanley.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Joseph Kapper Jr.
You're Kapper Jr. So yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of adventures, and you guys are gonna tomorrow be pointing out the differences in the upgrades to this machine.
Yeah, we're gonna go over some of that stuff tonight, and then get on the trail and get to experience it firsthand. So it'll be fun.
Has there been some pretty massive upgrades in these things? Or?
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing is it's obviously the 6-passenger part of it, right? Adding to the fact that you can take, you're going fishing, hunting, or just working with it, that you can take all those people in there. You don't have to worry about sacrificing your bed space to take a bunch of people, so that's the cool part about it.
And I want to introduce you guys to the team from the Honda Forum. This is...
Hey, I'm Richard. I'm founder and owner of the Honda Side-by-Side Club on HondaSideByside.com.
So he is the main head guy. This is one of his moderators. Yep. And if you guys are into Honda Power Sports, they've got the #1 forum.
Yep, the Honda Side-by-Side.
The Honda Side-by-Side.
500, 700, Pioneer 1000, and Honda Talon 1000.
So they made this a much bigger machine, but to do that they had to completely redo the framework, and we're going to hear right from the engineer now.
Like redesigned, like beefed up, strength up, tube thickness up, and really that's and actually really since the frame is so long, someone was asking me some of the numbers. The bending resistance, because the frame wants to bend because it's so long, it's 3 times stiffer than the Pioneer 3, just because the overall you have the mass is so long. Basically, just moving up and down, you can imagine the frame bending like a beam. So the roll bar is also for the extra weight on the vehicle, taking this up, and also the cushion. We call it cushions, but the shocks. Sorry, that's a Honda term. But design. But the shocks are retuned, the stiffer springs, and a damping just for the extra load. And we have we'll talk a little bit more about that too. But that's a key point for this.
I think we might be here. Look at that. Bull Run Ranch taken over by Honda.
A couple things about the unit we just wanted to show you now that we've got one out here is how much storage actually there is, right? You can take these seats off and you can see right underneath this front seat how much actual room is in here. So you have these huge pockets of space that you can not only access from taking the top seat off, but you can also access it from right, through the actual rear seat too. So lots of extra space. You can get another little pocket on that side to put some stuff in. So
where
if
your
you're
guns
out
go,
in,
Cody. Man, that's
you
really
know,
nice.
out in the wilderness or going hunting, fishing, provides a
drain in
lot of
there
extra
to
room to
throw
go
ice
take
in
your
there?
stuff and gear with you.
I don't know, the guy that would know that's talking right
Couple things
there.
like I mentioned last night, you've got your paddle shifters here. So at any time you want to up or downshift, feel free to use those. You can just give it a tap, it'll shift up to the next gear. If you just want the RPMs a little lower, you want a little higher, just tap the downshift. 4-wheel, 2-wheel drive, it'll be a little muddy out there. You're welcome driving 4-wheel the whole time. It's great, really comfortable experience, so no issues with that. And then of course, you know, high, low, try different settings as you guys stop. Feel free to, you know, just kind of enjoy the whole machine, have fun on the ride. That's really what we're here to do. So see what you can do with these units, how much fun you can have, how good of a work vehicle it is. That's the biggest part. So, and at any time questions you guys have, feel free to let us know. If there's anybody we forgot that needs gear, please let myself or
He
Jeff
forgot
or
to
Ryan
mention that it's got a
know.
turf mode.
We'll get you guys some gear, gloves, helmet, all that
This
stuff.
is turf mode.
Make sure you got some long sleeves.
It actually says turf. Okay, what's your name?
My name is Mike Shelton.
And you are with?
HondaSideBySide.com.
Okay, so he's one of the moderators for the Honda forum, and you are going to be my testimonial whether what Honda is claiming is accurate or complete BS.
Okay.
Okay? Because they're claiming that this middle seat is comfortable as all get out. And you own one with the other seat situation.
Yes.
Right?
The 5-seater, yes.
And you're telling me that it's not very comfortable.
The rear seats are not very comfortable.
Will you do me a favor at some point today? Will you sit in the middle of this seat and see what you think of these things? Because they're telling me that you can fall asleep in the middle of that seat. But that's the Honda people saying it. I want somebody that doesn't have skin in the game saying it.
One of the main things I was going to do here is ride in the middle seat and the rear seats because I'm 6'4", got long legs, so a lot of the reason is to ride in the back seat a lot and see what we got. So
And he's got
I'll do it.
14 grandkids.
Yeah.
So you want a bigger machine so you can comfortably fit more people without them being
Easy
squished.
in and out access, yes, and still have carrying capacity.
Well, so we're gonna, at the end of the day, remind me and Mike, we're gonna talk to you again and see what that is actually like.
It'd be my pleasure.
Let the journey begin, you guys.
Give you a little feedback on this machine. The paddle shifters are really handy. However, when you turn the steering wheel, they don't turn with the wheels, so you kind of got to plan your shift. Like so, okay? So, really responsive throttles. You know, rooster tail, really good. We are in 2-wheel drive. We haven't needed 4-wheel drive at all, so it's really doing an absolutely fantastic job. We got an automatic tranny manual, so we're in manual mode now. We're just gonna hit. Boy, I mean, oh my goodness, dual clutch transmission, that thing just smoothly shifts. So far, a great machine. Nothing bad to say about this.
See them all? Hey, Josh. Check out the buck. You see them all?
Yeah.
You guys probably can't tell who this guy is. This is Josh, the Stony Ridge farmer. And he's the one that got me out here. So big thanks goes out to Josh. Show his channel a little love and go over and give him a visit. And subscribe.
Stanley the Dirt Monkey driving. Woo! And I'm scared to death.
Stony Ridge made me do it. That's all I gotta say. It's all his fault.
Yeah! Well, that takes care of the mud issue.
Yeah, it's gonna look like I pissed my pants. Oh, my goodness. That's all your fault, dude.
I'm Josh, Stony Ridge Farmer, and this is how you drink Gatorade with a helmet.
The rear seat in this thing?
Yes.
Has
Mike.
everybody been in the rear seat?
I've been in the rear middle seat. You've been in it.
My husband, and I'm
Loving it.
I've been on the left, right, and in the center.
Yep.
The left side's got a little more leg room
Okay.
because the plastic's shaped different.
Yep.
The center is amazing.
Center's got the most leg
Amazing.
room. You just stretch right out.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yep.
And you can see, you can talk to the people in front of you. It's not like you have to lean forward. It's
modern homestead.
very comfortable, very, very comfortable.
Okay, so you like the seat, Cody. You were saying something about the shifting.
Transmission. The transmission is really nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing's refined.
It is.
Very refined. And the long wheelbase makes for a good ride.
You guys probably know who that was. That was Cody Wrangler Star, but he is actually a friend of the channel. Back in the day when I was struggling and trying to get over a hurdle, a milestone, and gain some extra subscribers, he did a special shout out video and put a bunch of his audience my way. If you guys don't know who he is and I ever have a chance to repay him, I'm going to ask you guys, go over and check out Wrangler Star. Him and his wife are just amazing people. So but let's get back into the UTVs.
Seems like it's whining a little more since you went through the water.
Now we're just getting it broke in. What the heck did you do to it, Joe?
Yeah, honestly, I was trying out the manual shifting.
Yep.
So I came off, you know, we had a little straight stretch, and it reminded me of when I used to ride a motorcycle. So I wah, 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 and I got it, and then all of a sudden I hit this rocky stretch. It was too late to really slow down, and so I whacked a couple of them that were up about that high, and at, you know, whatever miles an hour I was going. I like that manual shifter though.
Do ya?
On a straightaway, you gotta try that.
I have tried it.
Okay.
Yep. Little bridge crossing. What'd you say, Josh?
Yes?
Yep. Great minds think alike, you guys. Alright, we're gonna gonna do a little paddle wheel driving. We got up on this side, down on this side. Way more responsive with the paddle wheels. No comparison. I think if you give me an option, I would just take paddle wheels, the paddle shifter all day long. The automatic is nice if you just don't want to think, but boy, this lets you really get right into that sweet spot and keep it in that sweet spot. What do you think?
I think it keeps you in the power band where you want to be all the time, and paddle shifting. My only critique on that again is the typical paddle shift on a steering wheel is going to be on the wheel itself, not on the column. So that you like it because you've never used them before. I've got them on the Raptor, and I like to have them right at the fingertips all the time.
See, the reason I like it is because I don't have to search and find it. Where am I can let go, I can be in a tight turn, I can downshift at the same time, and I always know where my paddle wheels are. So it's just like very simple, straightforward. I could have my hands over here and here like this, and I can just click it and go. They finally got out of granny here in front of us. I like it. Screw driving in the track. All right, guys, I'm with Colin from Honda, and you're going to point out all of the major upgrades and changes that have been made to this new year Honda, so guys know what the differences are, right?
Yeah. So this is our 2023 Pioneer 1006 Crew Deluxe model, and the major change is that we took the Pioneer platform and added a full second row. So basically, from this row, you can see all the room and leg room that we've added in, storage space. Really wanted to add something that's not only like a work vehicle, but recreation, right? Hunting, fishing. I mean, you can see the boat on the back.
So it's a dedicated second seat row where the predecessor to it shared the bed with the seats, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Now there's no compromise.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. So you got a full bed with that full second row. And because what we do with that, we don't just extend the frame and be done with it. Yep. We actually reinforce the whole frame in areas so that we know it can take the extra load. It's taken the cargo bed full. It could take all those 6 people full. So that's a really important
The frame
part.
has been completely redesigned, and then you powder dip the frame. Yep. So that the actual paint gets on the outside and inside of the machine.
Yeah, so we e-coat it and then powder coat it at the factory in South Carolina, and that makes a huge difference in the longevity of the parts themselves. So you're not 5-6 years down the road, there's no compromise in how that's going to last for you. We're still the only ones with a high performance dual clutch transmission. So we don't use belts or anything like that. It's actually
no other company has that.
No other company does that. Yep.
Okay.
We're the only ones.
And do the 5s have that too then?
The 5s do, but every time we come out with a new product, we make sure to add an evolution to that. So what we did with this model is we added in a tow haul mode. So the tow haul mode actually works through the dual clutch transmission, and what it'll do is when you put it in that, it'll hold the gear longer, and so that if you're hauling a big load, you want that extra power and torque up in the higher RPM range. And so that makes a huge difference, not only just for towing and hauling, but even getting around on the trail. You want to hold a higher gear without having to stop, put it in low, then that's the best way to go.
Okay. They got it nailed. Yeah. They got it nailed, except they're missing something.
What's that?
Well, you know where I'm from, right? And you're telling me this is fully accessorized. I don't see anything right there, no snowplow.
Looking for a plow. We do make a plow though. We have one.
I know.
So, yeah. All right, you got me on that one, but we do have it. So,
but you got three color options with these now. You've got red, olive green.
Yep. And this is the Honda Phantom Camo.
I love this color. Yep. So you guys, you tell me, you've been seeing the video, you've seen us driving around in the red. I don't think you got any of the green, but what's your favorite color? Is it the camo like this, or would you go with the red? You guys tell me in the comments down below, red or camo, or The three of you that like the green, you can say green.
Does that brush guard come standard right
Nope,
here?
so these are also accessories added on. So we got the front bumper with the winch,
Yep.
and then you've got some extra guards here. So this is for, especially if you're getting into some mud,
Yep.
helps keep the mud from flinging up on you. So it's a huge difference in kind of just protecting the cabin.
Big shocker.
Big shocker. Guess how much this unit goes for? I'm not gonna tell you right now, but I will tell you in about 30 seconds. They have increased the tow haul capacity by almost 25% on this unit. So where the predecessor could do 2,000 pounds, they've now upped this thing to 2,500 pounds. It's a massive uptake, and that's a lot of the engineering is between the power plant, the transmission, beefing up the framework, modifying the suspension so that it can handle it, adding the tow haul button. What am I missing that you guys have done to be able to increase that payload like that?
Man, you covered most of it. I mean, that's pretty much all the stuff that we put in there. I mean, we make sure that everything is beefy enough to handle it, right? Like you mentioned, the frame upgrades, the transmission, how we tune it, how we set it up for that, and we don't sacrifice on anything. I mean, Honda is known for reliability, right? Now we know that when we bring out a product, it has to last, it has to do what we say it's gonna do, and so that's the biggest part.
And now you guys wanted to know how much it went for. If you haven't typed in your comment yet and your guess, make sure you do that now, but Colin's gonna tell us.
How much does this unit go for?
So this one is 21,899, and then the camo version is 22,299. I'm sorry, I forgot.
So it's just about $1,000 upgrade for the
little
camo.
bit, yeah. I have
so
to
it's
check.
just-
I forgot on the camo.
Just a little bit of a price bump for the camo versus the red. But me and Cody were over there BSing last night when you guys were doing your presentation. He goes over and he goes, "You think that's about a $40,000 unit?" And I'm like, "Yeah, all day and night." And then when you came out and you're like, $22,930 for the camo unit, we both just about our jaws just about hit the floor, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's part of. I mean, that's what you know. When you see the Honda name, you know it's reliable and affordable. So that's the biggest thing for us.
And on a side note, I am gonna lay odds that I have the oldest running Honda ATV of anybody here.
Okay.
I have the Honda TRX 200, the very first four-wheeler Honda made. The
Wow,
TRX was the first year they made it. I got the skinny front tires, the fat back tires, and it's still my go-to machine.
Nice.
It is still my preferred ride of everything. I had a Bombardier DS 650. I could wheelie that son of a duck. I would sail that son of a duck, but when I wanted to just go out riding and enjoy what I'm doing, it was my Honda all day and night.
Nice, and that's. I'm happy to hear that. That's awesome.
Dude, it
So,
still
we
fires up
appreciate that.
exactly the same way as it did the day I got it 30 some years ago.
Just fires right up every
No
time.
problems.
Nice.
No problems. That's what
awesome.
sold me on Honda. And I'm sure a few of you guys have been sold on Honda, and I want to hear your stories. What do you ride and how do you like it? But that's all we got for you in this one. I hope you guys enjoyed going along for the ride today. We sure did have a lot of fun, and I want to say thanks to you guys for letting us all tag along and
No
enjoy
problem. Yeah.
And
Glad to have you.
this is out now. These guys are interested.
Available now. So
Available now. All right.
Yep.
That's it for this one, you guys. God bless. Go get them, and we'll catch you guys on another one. See you later, guys.